Hey, good evening. It's Joe Gunnis here. I'm with Coach Eric Marriott and infielder Luke Lachance, and we're here for the first edition of Coffee with a Coach. So exciting stuff. Season's coming up here, a home opener on May 27th. We can't wait. Great to have you guys. Thanks for being here. Coach Eric, I'll go to you first. Give us a little update of what you've been up to and a bit of a season preview.
Hey Joe, thanks for having us on. Luke, it's good to have you on here. It's good to finally get back into things when it comes to Miller baseball. I know a lot of things are going on behind the scenes that the fans don't get to see, but it's good to talk about Miller baseball and something that can get them excited for the season. We have a lot coming in this year that should be an exciting season for them. We have Michael Gonzalez returning as an assistant coach. We have a new pitching coach coming in, former Miller, Jeff Nicolosi. And we also have pitching consultant, former big leaguer Dustin Mulligan coming in. So we have an experienced staff coming in that our players should be able to learn from and grow their game pretty good with us here this summer.
Excellent. Well, we're looking forward to it. You can see a lot of the updates on our website as well as to the players that have signed and are coming in. We're looking forward to that. And now we get to jump over to Luke Lachance here. Luke, it was excellent to have you here last year and enjoyed watching you play. Give us a little update on how you're doing at Doan and what's happening there and what you kind of been doing since we seen you here in August last year.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. And at Doan, we've been playing pretty good, I'd say. We're 29 and 8 now, I think, and had a lot of good wins. And we went through a couple of tough losses there, but we started to pick it up towards the end of conference, and the other boys from Moose Jaw, like Nate and Kellen, have been balling out, and Joe. So it's been a really good season so far, and we're looking forward to having a strong finish as well.
Excellent. Well, you're having quite a season, batting over 288, three home runs, 23 RBIs, and I understand that you just jumped on here after a doubleheader today. How did that go?
Yeah, we swept our rival Concordia, University of Nebraska. They're a tough team. They're a good team, and we really brought the energy today and showed out. And we were not going to take a loss for an answer today. So
I like it.
no.
Uh, give us a kind of an update as to where the season goes for you now. Is it are you headed into playoffs? Are you in playoffs? What just so a lot of people may not be following it that are your fans, right? As close as some others. So just give us a little update there.
Yeah, so we have about, I think, 3 or 4 double headers left in the season, and depending on how it plays out, right now we're in the driver's seat for hosting the conference tournament as well. So hopefully we can finish at the top of the conference so we don't have to worry about winning it to get to the regional. But other than that, like conference tournament comes, if we're not the top 2 seeds or if we don't win conference outright, we gotta grind, win the conference tournament to go to regionals after that. So that's what pretty much we got left.
Excellent. Well, we'll definitely be following you, and for those that do want to follow Luke's journey here, you can look up Doan Tigers baseball and follow that along there. Eric, just give us an idea of the importance of Luke coming back and having a veteran come back and to the mix this year.
I can't even explain how important Luke will be to our roster this summer. I'll tell the listeners a quick story here. Last summer, Luke joined us with a couple of Doan players, and he was expected to play a big role for us. And in Game 3, he broke his hand. I expected him to go home, as most players would have. And he told me, "No, coach, I'm staying here, and I'm going to rehab here, and I'm going to get better here, and we're going to make a run for this, and we're going to go deep into the playoffs." And he did exactly that, and he rehabbed every day, came to the ballpark every day, positive mindset, big smile, and ultimately he came back and won the starting second baseman job, and he was a big role for us going into the playoffs. And I think this year he's going to take another step for us and be a leader for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I see that for sure. So just talking about that whole playoff run for the Millers last year, for you both, give the fans an indication of what it was like, to play, to go all the way and get into that league final. I mean, I can talk about it from a fan perspective and from being in the park and how exciting it was on that side of the fence, and standing around the beer shack when there was standing room only and that type of thing. But you guys give me a sense of what it was like to play, and then play, especially in that series against Okotoks, with the crowd buzzing, and the most people we've probably had in the stadium in quite some time.
Yeah, I'll go first, Luke. Um, that was a special experience, not just for our players and coaches and our organization, but I think for the city as a whole. Um, the city of Moose Jaw was starved for baseball, and I think that we really showed out for them last summer, and our players really showed what Miller baseball is all about. To hear those kids chanting Reese Helen's name at the end of the ninth inning, it gives me chills to this day just thinking about it. Our fans are second to none in the WCBL, and just from a coaching perspective, there were moments where I had to take it in, and it was really something special. Now, if Luke wants to talk a little bit from the player perspective.
Yeah, it was a really good experience. Coach Eric and Coach Gonzo held us to a high standard all year, all summer, and expected the most from us. So we expected to be there in that position. And we made a good run, and we had it's not very common for summer ball teams a lot of the time, I feel like, to have a lot of chemistry. And what we had last year and what we have this coming summer is really special. And we got a lot of returners. And I just think, it's really important to have guys that are cohesive together and want to win some games and have some fun.
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you that I'm looking forward to it. I know the fans of Moose Jaw are looking forward to it. Certainly looking forward to have you both back. And I think there's going to be some great things coming up. I know that the Millers organization has a lot of great things planned, from game days to some special events and different things. So stay tuned to the website and to social media for that. And certainly, if you haven't got your tickets, get those as soon as you can. It's going to be a great season. Guys, I just wanted to talk a few more things here. One thing is we are looking for a few more host families. So important to the Miller Express, and truthfully to your guys' experience as well. And I just wondered if you guys could give me, your perspective on what a host family means, and kind of your experience, because Eric, you were here as a player for a few years, and Luke, you were here last year. So just kind of maybe give us your take on the importance of a host family.
I believe that our summer of Miller baseball wouldn't happen without the Billet family. I had a really special experience with my Billets when I was here in Moose Jaw. They took me in as one of their own, and I was nervous, to be honest, coming somewhere I've never been to, Saskatchewan, before as a 21-year-old kid. And they calmed those nerves fairly quickly for me, and they ensured that they were going to keep me safe and look after me throughout the season. And I'll say it, I grew to love them. They're part of my family, and they're part of the reason I returned to Moose Jaw for my second year. And I still talk to them normally, once or twice a week, I would say. They're a big part of my life, and they were a very big part of my upbringing here in the city of Moose Jaw. And I'm very thankful for our Billet families here in Moose Jaw, because without them, our season would not go on.
So true.
Yeah, I'd have to agree on that as well. Like, they're definitely a second family to me as well. I talk to them, text them, just like Coach Eric said, all the time. On the holidays especially. It's really important for like players to like feel like when they leave home, they're going to be in a safe environment and a fun environment. And I've had host families where that's not the case as well, but a lot of the host families and Billets in Moose Jaw, I felt like have been really good to players, and we love them too, you know.
Yeah, excellent. So you've heard it here, everybody. If you're interested in being a host family, contact us through the website. We'll get you connected with our host family coordinator and get you figured out there. Just before we sign off here on the first edition, Luke, I just speaking of family, I just wanted to check in, see how your family's doing. They were an absolute blast to have at the games, and we certainly hope they'll be coming back to visit us this summer.
Yeah, for sure. They're planning on staying for a month this time, I think. So I don't know if that's too long or what, but yeah, no, they're a fun time for sure, and I'm excited to have them back up there with us. And yeah, my dad enjoys the beer shack quite a bit, so.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing them, that's for sure. Eric, and just I guess we'll go to both of you here. Maybe Eric, you can lead off, but just some final thoughts on the season, and Luke, maybe you can give us some final thoughts on coming back to Moose Jaw and why you chose Moose Jaw and that type of thing. And again, thank you guys for being here.
Absolutely. First of all, thanks again, Joe, for this. This is something new to us for the Millers, and it's exciting to hop on here with our players. I expect each of our coaches to take a turn at this, so that'll be fun to see. But all I have to say is to the city of Moose Jaw is just get excited, stay tuned. We have a lot of very good talent coming to the city. 12 returners, lots of faces that you guys will recognize on the field. To go along with a lot new talent coming in, and I believe that we have something special cooking here in Moose Jaw, and we're only about 35 days away, so everyone better get their tickets ready.
Yeah, I think it's exciting when I hear 12 returners. Like that's a really good amount of people coming back to help the team. Yeah, I chose to come back to Moose Jaw just because the culture here is real. Like Coach Eric and Gonzo, I'm excited to meet the new coaches as well, but they really established and built a good culture here in Moose Jaw, and I hope they're around for a long time because Moose Jaw is going to be a special place.
Excellent. Well, this has been Coffee with a Coach and our first edition. So thanks for everybody for tuning in. And again, thanks to Coach Eric Marriott and our Miller Express infielder, second baseman, Luke Lachance. Thanks for being here, guys. It's awesome to see you both, and we're looking forward to seeing you in person at Roswell's Park here in 35 days.